Welcome to the Inspired Results Summer of You series. This is something I've created for us in the Learning Lab to kind of use the experience of summer as an opportunity to kind of take a pause, take a pause and maybe reflect and reconnect and then reimagine what's possible. Last summer, exactly this week, last summer, I was on the Nootka Trail with my family, and it was a completely disconnected experience. No access to the internet. It was really a back to basics, worrying about did we have enough water, food, uh, physically taking care of ourselves so we could navigate the hike itself, and really just being in nature and being with each other. And it was a trip I didn't know I needed. And looking back, I realized how desperately I needed that disconnect from all of the noise that was coming at me. It was a challenging time for me in my business. I had made some hard decisions. I had to acknowledge that some things weren't working the way I wanted them to work. So I felt disappointed in myself. I felt that I was disappointing others, and all of the kind of negative emotions that come with that. And I was overwhelmed. I had been working a lot and trying to keep a lot of plates spinning and money coming in the door to take care of everybody. So you may feel that you're taking care of everybody. You may be now in a week where kids are out of school, routines are different. Everybody's so excited about summer, and you're realizing, yeah, it's just a different type of juggle. It's not actually a break for you. Wherever you're at, I think we all need to be intentional about giving our brains a mental and emotional reset. So, the first phase of the 8-week series, the first question is, how will you give your brain the opportunity to reset? Which means creating opportunities for no stimulation. You don't have to go on a 5-day backcountry trip like I did last summer. I'm not doing that this summer. So I'm thinking about how am I going to create that space for reset? And rather than taking a big chunk of time off, I am planning to take times in the day where I am unplugged and I am just going to be, as much as possible, with myself, with my own thoughts, with my own emotions, and not look to fill my brain with information or connection. And yesterday I had an opportunity in the afternoon. Had that, oh, what am I going to do with myself? Who could I call, or what podcast can I listen to while I take my dog for a walk at Thetis Lake? So I caught myself and I thought, well, that is not going to reset your brain, Diane. That's just going to fill your brain up. And so rather than listening to a podcast or reaching out to phone a friend or family member to catch up, I took myself and my dog for a 5K loop around Thetis Lake, and I was just with my thoughts and in nature and just paying attention to the experience of being there rather than distracted or stimulating my brain with other inputs. So it was an hour and a half reset opportunity. I also took some naps on the weekend after a really intense week. So I was trying to sort of physically reset over the weekend. And the weekend and week ahead, I'm also finding at least 2-hour windows during the day to be completely unplugged and less stimulated with information. So, what does that look like for you? What kind of commitment do you want to make to give your brain time to reset itself? I really love the analogy of pulling the cord out of the wall Let the reset happen before we plug back in. So, the question of the week is, how are you going to create space to allow your brain to reset? Maybe there's a big idea that comes to mind that would give you a reset. Maybe deleting your social media apps for a week is a way to do that. Or maybe you're looking for a small step, a baby step you can implement to give yourself some space for a mental brain reset. These small things really make a difference. That's what keeps me so hopeful. We don't have to do big dramatic things. We can reset ourselves, reset our brain in micro moments. So let me know what works for you, what you're discovering about the benefits of a reset, and please share it with me. Send me back an email in the days and weeks ahead when you start to notice the value of creating space in your brain for a reset. All right, stay tuned. Summer of You. Make yourself a priority. Follow along on this free 8-week series. I'm going to bring my experience, my truths, my vulnerability to this journey. And I've got some resetting to do this week. So thank you for the accountability and inspiration. I appreciate you.